What is going on, my fellow handsome men or gorgeous women viewers? Today we're ranking every single Ghostface killer, from the smartest to the absolute dumbest person to ever pick up a voice changer in the history of Scream. We're talking about the killers who low-key could have gotten away with it if the movies weren't always about Ghostface dying at the end of the movie, to then the ones who made us yell, "How did you even think that would work?" Now, there are 13 Ghostfaces total from these 6 movies. Well, there's going to be more, probably 2 more in the 7th one, but since the 7th one hasn't come out yet, we can't do the 7th one. So let's see who truly had brains behind the Ghostface mask and who was just stabbing purely based on just getting some screen time for the next stab movie. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Coming in at number 13, the worst Ghostface killer of all time is Jason Carvey from Scream 6. So Jason is, in my opinion, the worst Ghostface of all time. He is the Ghostface that barely even made it to the title card. Jason wasn't a mastermind whatsoever, and he was honestly, I think he was the first Ghostface to be unmasked in the introduction. Basically, he was just a fanboy trying to play serial killer. He killed his professor, then he bragged about it, and then get wiped out by the real Ghostface before the movie even started. Now, Jason thought he was the opening act. Turns out that he was the opening act. You see what I did there? Because he died in the opening act, therefore he is, never mind. Okay, so he is the worst Ghostface killer of all time. Coming in at number 12 of the worst Ghostface of all time is Charlie Walker from Scream 4. Now, Charlie had the brains, I will give him that, but he absolutely had no backbone whatsoever. Now, he wasn't a completely useless Ghostface, but let's be real, he didn't really add anything groundbreaking to the Ghostface legacy. It's like he could have been great if he wasn't so busy playing second fiddle to Jill. Like, now you could say, well, Stu was second in command to Billy, and Stu's way dumber than Charlie, so why isn't he sitting at number 12? But Charlie thought that he was her partner, when really he was just her pawn. Billy and Stu were an actual team. Charlie's entire plan revolved around impressing Jill, and that's what got him killed by Jill. Like, what? It was a smart kid, but he had really dumb priorities. Like, for being a Ghostface killer, I mean, like, he's trash. And that's what we have to understand here. He's a smart kid, but he is a terrible killer. Coming in at number 11 is Ethan from Scream 6. Now, Ethan is basically just the Ghostface intern. That's kind of like the best way to explain Ethan. Now, he's not dumb. He's just simply just there. Like, that's the best way to describe him. He's just there. Now, he is the kind of killer who follows directions, not instincts. Every plan, every move is all daddy's orders. Ethan's strength was staying invisible, like nobody suspected him whatsoever. He was just a quiet math major, but that only gets you so far when you want to be a killer. When things got real, I think he crumbled fast in my opinion. He had potential, but just like Charlie, he had no backbone. He's like Stu if you drained all the charisma out of him and replaced it with just anxiety. The reason I put him over Charlie is because he is a better killer. He may not be smarter, but he is a better killer. Coming in at number 10, we have Nancy Loomis from Scream 2. Now, I actually really like Nancy Loomis. A lot of people say that this character was really annoying. I personally really like Nancy Loomis. I don't know if that makes me weird or not, but I don't know. I thought it was a great character. I mean, she gets props for effort. You know, she went full psycho mom going undercover as a reporter just to avenge her son. And while her motive makes sense, you know, Sydney killed Billy, now she wants to kill Sydney. I mean, it makes sense, but her execution was just pure chaos. It was just all over the place. She had the right idea with teaming with Mickey, but once the plan got messy, she completely lost her composure at the end, completely. Her disguise was good by posing as a fangirl reporter to Gail, and her timing was decent. Like, she deadass almost won. Well, technically every Ghostface almost wins at the end, but they always die. Inevitably, she let emotion rule everything. It kind of sucks that she killed Mickey, because if she didn't kill Mickey, I think they would have actually won. So yeah, that's why she's number 10. And number 9, we have Quinn Bailey from Scream 6. Now, Quinn actually pulled off one of the slickest tricks in the entire franchise. She faked her own death, exactly like Roman Bridger. So for most of the movie, nobody really even suspected her. And then I guess you could say no one really ever expects anyone in this movie, because well, in this franchise, because no one really knows who the Ghostface is. Never mind, I don't know what I'm saying. But she played as the grieving friend, the helpful roommate, and the emotional anger. And it kind of all worked in her favor. But her problem wasn't her acting. It wasn't her having this facade, because she was pretty good at having this facade and this mask to keep her hidden from people as a serial killer. It was her family. Teaming up with your dad and brother in a Ghostface trio is like doing a group project where everyone's failing the class. Quinn's deception skills were top tier, but she was dragged down by the Bailey bloodline, and that's why she gets number 9. And coming in at number 8, we have Mickey from Scream 2. Now, his motive was pretty unique in the franchise. He wanted to blame movies for his killings and become famous for it. And that's kind of smart in a way, using society's obsession with violence against itself, which is kind of also smart again if you think about it, because he didn't necessarily want to be a free man. He wanted to go to trial and be broadcasted as a famous serial killer. So he really didn't care that much of being caught. I mean, he kind of just wanted the notoriety of being a killer. But Mickey's problem was his arrogance. He thought being self-aware made him smarter than everyone else. Spoiler alert, it didn't. And he also trusted Mrs. Loomis, literally the one person who had no reason to keep him alive after the plan ended. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Honestly, if Mickey had operated alone or was the one in control and not Nancy guiding him, I think he could have genuinely placed higher on this list. But since he got played, he'll rank at number 8. And number 7, we have Detective Wayne Bailey from Scream 6. Now, Detective Wayne Bailey had literally every advantage you could want when being a killer. Like so, you would think he would rank higher, but he had authority, access, and insider knowledge, but still managed to botch the entire operation through pure emotion, which is so stupid, bro. I hate this character. He is so dumb. He is intelligent, but he's blinded by grief and revenge, hence why I'm putting him at number 7, since his emotions got in the way. And as Richie's father, Bailey's entire plan was built around avenging his son and finishing what Richie started. Does this kind of sound pretty familiar to you? Mrs. Loomis and Billy Loomis? Yeah. Like, he could have almost been the Dexter Morgan of Scream, but he wasn't proper or as emotionless as Dex. Like, Dexter Morgan was a blood spatter analyst who worked for Miami Metro. He had insider knowledge, he had everything, just like Detective Wayne Bailey. But Detective Wayne Bailey sucks. He sucks. So that's why he gets number 7. He could have honestly been like top 5. And coming in at number 6, we have Stu from Scream 1. You're probably gonna say, wait, what? Stu at 6? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. How in the world are you gonna put Stu above Detective Wayne Bailey? But hold up, let me cook. As Billy's partner, Stu helped pull off the original Woodsboro killings with surprisingly effectiveness. His creativity and enthusiasm gave the plan life. It gave it energy. Honestly, without Stu, Billy's plan would have been absolutely nothing. But he was never truly in charge, hence why he is not ranked higher. Stu is that one friend who says, fuck it, let's do it, before even asking what it even is. And that's pretty OP if you really think about it. You see, almost every single Ghostface has a rhyme or a reason, killing in the name of revenge or just some type of emotion. Stu? Nah, he just killed because he thought it was fun. And he obeyed Billy at all times, which is good. Like, if you have a master, which would be Billy in this scenario, since the master technically should know it all, it's good to obey. And if you obey, bro, everything's gonna go smoothly. And he did. Stu gets number 6. Even though he might not be smart, he was a damn good killer. Number 5, we have Amber Freeman from Scream 5. Now, Amber infiltrated Tara's friend group effortlessly, playing as the loyal friend card while secretly planning their deaths. Now, there's a common theme here with every Ghostface. Like, literally every Ghostface always has to be within a friend group or in a relationship to kill everybody, which is kind of funny, but I mean, hey, it works, I guess. But nonetheless, she was still manipulative and tactical in her approach, even luring victims through sympathy before flipping the switch. But while her plan was pretty solid, her rage was uncontrollable. Amber's biggest problem wasn't her brains, it was her boiling point. Every time she got emotional, her mask slipped, literally and figuratively. That's what made her scary though. She wasn't just a killer, she was a live wire. Like, you never knew what she would do next. She was smart, but I don't think she was the best, but still, top 5. Coming in at number 4, we have Billy Loomis, my favorite Ghostface character of all time, and I'm sure it's a lot of other people's favorites. Billy is the OG Ghostface. He is the killer who started all of it. Well, not technically the killer who started all of it, but technically was, and you'll see why in a couple of minutes. For a high schooler, Billy was a seriously smart killer. Most of the ghost faces on this list were older, college age, or even adults. Well, I mean, Charlie from Scream 4 was a high schooler, but still, he wasn't really a good killer, so it doesn't matter. But Billy managed to mastermind this entire thing as just a teenager. He basically was the kind of student who would get bumped up a grade for being too advanced, except his extra credit was murder. He played the part of the grieving boyfriend flawlessly, which was key to getting close to Sid. But what made Billy kind of dumb was his attachment to Sydney. Like, I feel like he started to really fall in love with Sydney, and honestly, it wouldn't. Look at her, she's beautiful. I mean, also the reason why they were so dumb is because they started stabbing each other at the end of the movie. Way more than they had to. All they had to do was just stab each other like once, but they just started stabbing each other for more times than they needed, so that's why Billy Loomis is number 4. And number 3 is Richie from Scream 5. Now, Richie is the horror fan who took toxic fandom and turned it into an actual bloodbath. He is what happens when someone online says, I can make a better movie than this, and then actually tries to prove it with a body count. His motive was to quote-unquote fix horror. He wanted to make a better stab movie because he thought the franchise went downhill, and that's what makes him so dangerous. He believes he is the hero in his own movie. Literally. Coming in number 4, we have Jill Roberts from Scream 4. So Jill realized that in the age of social media, people don't care who died. They care about who survived. So she crafted her own survival story. She killed her friends, framed her boyfriend, and turned herself into the perfect final girl for the cameras. That's not dedication, that's commitment. Now, her intelligence wasn't tactical, it was psychological. She knew exactly how the public would react and how the news would frame it, and how she would ride the fame wave straight to talk shows and documentaries. And that's what makes her number 2. And then coming in at number 1 is Roman Bridger from Scream 3. Roman Bridger doesn't just take the crown at number 1, he owns it. This man didn't just commit murders, he wrote the script for everyone's misery, literally. Roman is the ultimate Ghostface. There is nobody that's better than him yet, because I mean, there is Scream 7 coming out, but honestly, I don't really think that Scream 7 is going to top Roman Bridger. Maybe, who knows? But not only did he orchestrate the killings in Scream 3, but he manipulated the events of the first 2 movies before they even happened. He was the person that turned Billy and Stu into monsters, feeding them the idea that started it all. And to top it all off, he did all of this by himself. He never had an accomplice. He was his own man. And that is why Roman Bridger definitely is the best Ghostface of all time.